Joe Hopkins here, and I was thinking about some stuff and I wanted to give my thoughts. I wanted to share them with you because sharing is caring, and that's what we do, and we share stuff and share alike, and yeah, all that stuff. Anyway, I've been thinking about female guitarist, the woman guitarist in the modern world, and man, right now is a great time for guitarists, right? Any musician right now is great. Home recording is awesome. There are a lot of really good budget guitar brands, and just with social media and YouTube and streaming, your stuff can be so much more accessible, so much easier. You can distribute yourself, all that stuff, right? So for guitarists in general, this is way better. But I think the level has gone up more for female guitarists than it has for men. Mostly because it's leveled the playing field. Guys had an advantage in the past, right? When I was growing up, you expected women to be singers. If they played guitar, it was classical or folk, and it was never anything fancy. Like, for some reason, there was a lot of discouragement against female musicianship outside of classical music, and apparently even in classical music, although the public perception is a little bit different. Within the classical music world, there was a lot of harassment and discouragement of female musicianship. And that applies to female guitarists. But I've found, hey, the guitar is becoming more popular. And on social media, you have a lot of women guitarists. A lot of them. And I subscribe to a lot of their stuff, right? I've always really, really liked female musicians. A lot of my favorite bands have been predominantly female. I love Heart. I love 7 Year Bitch. My brain is not working right now. Babes in Toyland. I love them, right? Love their stuff. You know, a lot of female bands. Hole. Always really dug their stuff. I've always liked that stuff. The Runaways, Pat Benatar, some of my favorite artists of all time, right? And I've always encouraged musicianship among everybody, including women. My wife is a guitarist and songwriter, and she's quite good. And what I found is it was weird back then. People would get weird, like surprised if a woman could play the guitar. Like, what's so surprising about that? They're just as able as we are. But now some things have changed. Social media, right? Women don't have to go out and get heckled constantly anymore. And anybody that's played live gigs, we know, we all get heckled. But for a woman, it's a little bit scarier when you have a very male audience and the heckling takes on a sexual nature. It's a little intimidating, right? A lot of times for that woman, the fans in the audience are bigger. They're guys. They're bigger people. They're a bit more aggressive. It's a bit intimidating, more so than it would be for a guy. Although we get heckled too. And especially since women use sexuality as an edge in a lot of things, right? Especially in entertainment. I'm not putting that down. In trying to make it in this industry, we'll take any edge we can get, right? If you have boobs and you want to put them in a push-up bra and, you know, have them all showing while you play the guitar, kudos to you. If it gets more views, do it, right? If you're comfortable with it. Don't do stuff you're not comfortable with, but I'm not against anybody getting an edge in things, but hey, man, it kind of, a lot of guys are very inappropriate, especially if the woman is attractive or looks very sexy. But you have to be attractive and look very sexy to get an audience. But then the audience gets weird about it. But you have to do it to get an audience. It's some kind of crap, isn't it? But on social media, hey, man, you can sell the sex, you can sell your talent, you can be very talented, very beautiful, very sexy, get all the views, and you're going to get some screwed up comments, but you're not going to have anybody physically present to intimidate you. And that seems to be an encouraging thing for a lot of women. There isn't anybody like there. And you can build a following enough that then when you do go out and play, you're maybe a bigger artist than you would have been just starting out doing just live stuff back in the day. Back then, you started out doing live stuff. Now you can start out online. By the time you get out there, you're already a big enough name that maybe you can have a little bit of protection, right? Because having a name, being already kind of famous is a bit of a protection. People think twice about screwing with you because you're not some unknown. You can really get in trouble. You tend to play bigger venues that have security, things like that, and that's nice, right? It's also nice for anybody. You play a venue with a little bit of security, fewer things are thrown at you on stage. It still happens, but fewer people like run up there and try to do stupid shit. Yeah, play some gigs sometime. You learn. But yeah, today is a great day for musicians in general and for female musicians in particular, because a lot of those barriers, a lot of those gates that were being kept against women aren't there anymore. And yeah, some of those same gatekeeping tactics affected everybody, but they affected women more, and now they don't. And it really is starting to level out the playing field to a great degree. I have noticed that women still do get some really screwed up comments, I think more than guys do. But, they are comments. You can ignore them. You can delete them. You can manage that better than you can manage dealing with these people in person, if you know what I mean. And I certainly know that as a musician, and I toured with my wife, it is definitely more difficult dealing with the people in person than it is online. It can be, because you can't just ignore it. You can't just hit delete. The bastard is right there in front of you. So yeah, great day for musicians, great day for female musicians. And I definitely want to encourage all of you women out there, pick up an instrument, learn to play. There's nothing stopping you. There's nothing stopping any of us. We can do what we want these days. A lot of those barriers are gone. You can learn without having to have somebody teach you. You can get online, or online teachers. You don't have to go out there and find somebody who isn't creepy. And there are a lot of competent online teachers, so you don't have to worry about the only guitar teacher in town isn't that good. That happens sometimes. I lucked out. I had a very good music teacher, right? She wasn't really a guitarist. She was a pianist, but learned enough guitar to teach guitar. But man, the music you learned, the music theory, the actual, she taught classical guitar, and that woman knew music, right? And she definitely could tell you what to do on that guitar and teach you how to do it. So anyway, that's beyond the point. Anyway, yeah, get out there, write songs, record them, put them out on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter, and, well, not Twitter. Twitter's gone to shit. Twitter's really bad. Don't go on Twitter. Twitter is all hateful rants and porn now. But Instagram's still pretty good, right? You can build a Facebook following. There's social media out there, and YouTube, the king of them all, for the guitarist, right? For the home musician. We love YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Get out there and start doing it, because really a lot of those barriers, man, they're gone, and that's a damn good thing. And if you do it, and I said do, but if you do it, send me a link, man. I want to see it. I want to see what everybody's doing. I love it when people send me their music. It's awesome. Yeah. Hey, I'm talking about you, Ken. Your music's pretty good stuff, man. I like what you do. You keep sending it to me, and it's cool. Keep it up. And hey, subscribe to my channel. Check out my music. There's links to streaming down below, and in a sec there's an end screen, and there's a playlist called I Didn't Get a Memory. It's my album, right? I'm working on another album. I'm working on a second one, hopefully soon. I don't know. I've been working a lot of overtime at my day job, so hopefully in the next 6 months. I'm big. I know that's a long time, but I have limited time. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Peace out, baby. Bye-bye.